chapter 6 onwards, you will get to understand that how you can recognize a noun through various categories. To start with, let's have a look at the current situation with COVID-19. I would like to share this news by Reuters that was published on May 15, 2020. As per this news, COVID-19 is feminine to be used with the article la, not le, according to the official guardian of the French language. And who are these official guardian? Who wear an ornate uniform and a sword and are known as immortals. As you see their pictures on the right side. So they are the one who govern the language, the French language, l'Académie Française. And as for them, this academy deplored the use of the masculine le COVID-19 in the media and general conversation in France, saying the disease had wrongly been attributed the same gender as the germ that causes it, le coronavirus. It explained that COVID was an acronym for coronavirus disease, and that in French, the core word in an acronym is what gives it its gender. In this case, disease, which is a feminine, la maladie in the language of Molière. Okay, now let me make it simple for you and explain what they're trying to say here. All germs or viruses, the names of all germs and viruses are masculine in French. So, le coronavirus. Okay, coronavirus, because it's a virus. It's not a disease we're talking about, it's a virus we're talking about. So it would be masculine, le coronavirus. Okay, but if you say COVID-19, it would be la COVID-19, because COVID is actually an acronym of coronavirus disease. As you see here, CO stands for corona, VI for virus, and D for disease. So coronavirus disease. So it's a name of a disease, and all diseases in French, the names of all diseases are feminine. So that's why la COVID-19. Okay, so talking more about this acronym thing, which is again being depicted nicely in the book Le Bleu ou la Rose. I would just show you the page. La SNCF, par exemple. La SNCF, you know, SNCF are the ones who regulate this high-speed trains in France. Société Nationale des Chemins de Fer Français. Right? Société Nationale des Chemins de Fer Français. Société is the main word, the core word, as we have already learned that the words ending with te, ite, and tie are feminine, with very few exceptions, of course. So société is the core word in this whole acronym, and so it's la SNCF. Okay, so that's why la COVID-19. So on page 23 of the book, it has been depicted that all diseases, the names of all diseases are feminine, like l'influenza, la malaria, la paranoia. They are all feminine, okay, whether they are ending with E or not. So chapter 6 talks more about the nouns that are feminine by category. So if you look at the names of the countries, all countries ending with E are feminine. So like the base remains the same, ending with E or not ending with E in this case. So all countries ending with E, like La France, France, the noun, the country name ends with E, so it is feminine. And Canada does not end with E, so it's masculine, Le Canada, okay? But there are 6 exceptions again. So these exceptions have been nicely put in this mnemonic form, BuzzCom, for you to remember those 6 countries which are ending with E but are masculine. So BuzzCom, you just need to ignore the vowels, and the rest of the letters are the beginning letters of the name of the countries. So like B for Belize, Z Zaire, Zimbabwe, Cambodia, Mexique, and Mozambique. So B, Z, Z, C, M, M are the letters, and that you can keep with this mnemonic BuzzCom in your mind. So Le Belize, Le Zaire, Le Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is an exception to the rule that final E is not pronounced, but here it is pronounced. And Cambodia is Cambodia, and Mexique, Mexico, and Mozambique. So these are the 6 countries that you need to keep in your mind. Rest all you can go by the rule that ending with E are feminine, not ending with E are masculine. Then les marques de voiture ou moto. the brands of cars and motorbikes like Renault, Peugeot, Venturi, Bugatti, Citroën, they're all feminine. So La Renault, La Peugeot, La Citroën, La Bugatti, and you observe that they're not ending with E. But this category, that the brands of cars and bikes, they are all feminine. Okay, so you will use la in front of them. And all sciences, the all subjects coming under science like chimie, physique, biology, okay, the studies of science, they're all feminine. So la chimie, la physique, la biologie. You will also find the book under the category of homonyms, page 146, that sometimes the noun changes its meaning if the article with it changes the gender. So like if it is le physique, it means physique of a person. But la physique, since all sciences are feminine, are fall in the feminine category. So la physique will be the physics as science subject we are talking about, and le physique will be the figure of a person, physique of a person. Okay. Chapter 7 talks about masculine by category. That is the nouns that are falling in the category where all are masculine. Say, for example, the days of the week, les jours de la semaine, they are all masculine. Le lundi, le mardi, le mercredi, le jeudi, and so on. The months of the year, janvier, février, mars, avril, they all are masculine. So le janvier, le février, le mars, l'avril, and likewise. Seasons. In France, there are only 4 seasons: hiver, printemps, automne, et été. Okay, all the 4 seasons are masculine, although you see L apostrophe in front of them, so you're not able to figure out that they are masculine or feminine, but they're all masculine. There is one more season that is there in India, which is monsoon, mousson on dit en français. In French, we call it mousson, and that is the only season which is feminine. So la mousson, you can always keep that in your mind, that does not exist in France. All seasons otherwise are masculine, except for just the season mousson, monsoon. So la mousson, but hiver, printemps, automne, and été are masculine. Then there are various other categories that you can explore in the book. Some of them are le nombre. So when you talk about numbers as a noun, so I want the 39 number. So le 39, you would say. Letters, when you talk about them in the form of nouns, so le A, le B, le C, le D, so it would be masculine. And of course, les notes, the music, as you see on the screen, are also masculine. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Le do, le ré, le mi, and so on. Finalement, the title of the book, Le bleu ou la rose, now would be clear to you that it's le bleu et le rose, not la rose, because the colors, they fall under the masculine category. So le bleu et le rose. So the mystery solved here. Chapter 8 talks about masculine and feminine attributes. Now here we will understand that how we can recognize a noun through their attributes. Yes, that is also a very interesting part of figuring out the genders of nouns in French. Ciel, protective. Who protects the family? Father, mainly we think of, like, that father is the protection of the family. So masculine. So ciel, protective by nature. So masculine. Then ocean, gigantic, huge. So when we think of something huge, we always have masculine gender in our mind. So ocean, masculine. Forêt, nurturing. So a trait, a feminine trait, feminine. Terre, earth, fertile, obviously a feminine trait. So feminine again. Lune, calm. Yeah, I do not know. Want to talk much about it because I do not want people to consider me as sexist. I'm not. But yes, when we think of the calm nature comparatively, it is more of the feminine nature. So lune, calm, and so it's feminine. Soleil, aggressive. Yeah. Again, leaving it on you to decide, but yes, we go by masculine. Mer, nurturing. C, so feminine. Okay, so this is how you can figure out the masculine or feminine genders. And now let's talk about something more interesting coming in front of you, which is about trees. Who says a male cannot give birth? Obviously, tree being masculine, it gives birth to fruits and vegetables, right? So male can give birth. Keeping that in your mind, you can keep that arbor, the tree, the name tree itself, as well as all the names of the trees, 100% are masculine. Okay, so some tree names which you will see here, some tree names, they come out of their fruit names. So la banane, so the banana tree will be bananier, la mangue, un manguier, orange, orangier, pomme, pommier, abricot, abricotier, citron, citronnier. Okay, so you said that we just add IER and that becomes the name of the tree, and they're all masculine, because since all trees 100% are masculine. Okay, and then there are some other trees which do not bear fruits. So chêne, cèdre, hêtre, laurier, saule, pin, platane, they are all the trees, but they are, again, you see that they are all masculine. So all trees are masculine, but the fruits and vegetables, they would be feminine if ending with E, and masculine if not ending with E, with very few exceptions. And we'll just see what are those exceptions. So exceptions with fruits and vegetables are only three as such, with ending with E: concombre, gingembre, and pamplemousse, for which we have given this picture so that you keep this in your mind. Pamplemousse, pamplemousse is grapefruit, concombre, cucumber, and gingembre, ginger. Okay, these are the three exceptions to fruits and vegetables. And then there is one exception of nuts. Nuts not being ending with E, but are feminine. So la noix, as like walnut, coconut, and all, la noix de coco. So nuts would be feminine. Okay, so these are the only exceptions that you have to keep in your mind. Otherwise, fruits ending with E are feminine, not ending with E are masculine. Same goes with vegetables as well. Then we have flowers. Flowers, again, the same. Ending with E are feminine, not ending with E are masculine, with very, very few exceptions, or we can say only one exception, that is le chrysanthème. Okay, that is chrysanthemum is the only flower which is ending with E but is masculine. And you can also observe that it is ending with ME, which we found in our earlier chapters, that words ending with E, which is preceded by M, we consider them to be masculine E. So remember them as masculine E. So most of the words ending with ME are masculine. So likewise, chrysanthemum is also masculine. Okay, so that is chrysanthemum in English. The zodiac signs, all zodiac signs are masculine. Okay, except for just two, and that's La Vierge et La Balance. Easy to keep them in your mind. La Vierge has the constellation sign as a woman, so that's feminine. And La Balance, we have learned that endings, A and CE ending words are 100% feminine. Quelle chance, 100% indépendance, that should remind you of like A and CE. So Balance being ended with A and CE is obviously feminine. So only two zodiac signs, La Vierge and La Balance, are feminine, the rest all are masculine. So here we end with chapter 8.